Hey guys, Cardi B here with another video on how magic is oppressive. Actually, today it's going to be a tutorial on how to solidify your virginity once and for all with a very simple 3-packet false cut that makes you look like you've never left your house ever. So this episode is sponsored by the Pigcake Card Academy. Make sure to click on the link below if you want to make sure that you could convert yourself from a card plebeian to a card god. Wait a minute. Don't skip the sponsored break of the video. I saw what you were going to do there, double tapping on the side of the screen like it's some sort of Instagram thought. If anything, you should double tap that link below and learn a new move, theory, trick, or bit of history every Tuesday and Thursday with over 70 videos already. All for the same price that you would pay for one of those lattes with all the chocolate a month. You don't need that. Join today and learn some magic. So this is actually not a very difficult cut to do whatsoever. It's actually fairly easy, and it could be called cardistry if you want. I wouldn't because I'm not a loser, but it could be if you wanted. So this cut looks a little bit like this. I'm gonna show you guys how this looks like. It's very simple to do. But it's one of these. You see that? That's it. That's all it is. You're just combining a bunch of, I feel like there's something missing. Here. Hold up. There you go. Much better. Feels a lot more organic to the tutorial now. So this false cut is not one of those difficult ones to do. It's just a simple 3-packet false cut, but it has all the ingredients to make it one of those fancy little bits of cuts that you want to interject. Maybe when you're finding the 4 aces or trying to maybe look for a female to impress. Hey, look at this. Look what I could do. I could do one of these fancy false cuts that looks like a lot's happening, but really nothing's happening at all. So let's get into the mechanics of this cut. I would recommend you take out your favorite playing cards, your favorite deck of playing cards for this. Hopefully the one that's the most smooth and the one that's feels the best in the hands for this. So take out your deck of cards, and you're gonna get into a sequence that I originally kind of did as a lazy way of doing a worm. Back in the day, the worm was hot, so I just came up with this little way of getting into this sort of action right here, that sort of thing that you see all the cardisters take pictures on Instagram, that little pose. So that was just my way of getting into it. So all I did was just chop that in half, take this little action, incorporate that into a false cut, and now you guys are gonna learn it. So the first action is you're gonna hold the deck in left-handed mechanics grip, just like this. Then you're gonna transfer the deck to the right-hand biddle grip because that was an irrelevant step. So next you're going to lift up on half the cards like this in a swing cut style fashion. However, instead of swinging the cards to the right hand, you're actually going to use your left thumb, your dirty thumb, to pull back on the packet using your right thumb as a swivel point. You see that? Let's see that from this side over here. You see swing cut, and I'm just going to use my thumb as a pivot point for this entire packet. Now I'm putting even pressure so that this packet doesn't go flying off like my hopes and dreams. So you got to make sure to put nice even pressure, but not enough pressure to where the cards are bowing or where you're damaging your very sensitive thumb. You're going to need that thumb because in a moment, you're actually going to break off another packet with your forefinger. So the action at speed looks like this. However, all that's happening there is very simply, I'm breaking the action down like this, and you're going to break off a packet of approximately 15 cards with your left forefinger and your left thumb. You see this action over here? Now in the action of swinging, that's when you're going to execute the next action of this cut, because so far we've come to this position, we've broken off a half, and now we're going to swing this away from you, and your forefinger of the right hand is going to brace this packet on top, separating it from the packet underneath. Oh boy, you guys are so excited. I could feel it through the So right now at this step, it's fucking hot. This is a dumb bit. Remember, we are at this step of the process where everything is swung forward. Now, all you have to do is just let this drop into left-handed mechanics grip and this half over here in this weird swing cut position. So all that's gonna happen is that you're gonna rotate these cards away from you and use your dirty middle finger and thumb of the left hand to grab that packet. If you figured it out by now, you're going to do a simple one-handed cut with this half, which now places this original lower half in the exact same position as before. And this is the upper half. Now, it'd be very simple to just drop this on top, but this is card flourishing. So you need to add a little bit of pizzazz to this. So you're going to take this and rotate it on top of your left thumb, just like this. So remember, this packet's in this position. Now you're just going to rotate it and put it in that position. All that this is going to facilitate is a little bit of a move that is a combination of a cut by Leonard Green. The cut is that by Leonard Green. But all you're going to do is do that same action with one single packet. So instead of doing it with this middle packet from the Z position, you're actually just going to do it with this right hand. So this packet is actually going to get pinched and it's actually going to get swung over. Notice my forefinger of the left hand is the little pivot point. It's going to get swung over and under. So it's getting swung over and under the left thumb, which now puts it in a position where we could actually take it and turn it over and complete the cut. So one more time, let's go back to this position in the cut. We're just going to take this over, turn it just like this so it's underneath the thumb. And now this thumb is going to be placed underneath so we could complete the action of the cut, and you have a nice little bit of a false cut. So from this angle, it looks like this. See that? From this angle, it looks like this. From this angle, it looks like this. From this angle, it looks like this. And all in all, you have a nice little bit of a false cut. So let's go over that in super slow motion one more time. Dan and Dave, trilogy slow motion. You see all the action here. That's it. That's all that's happening. A lot of people want all these complicated false cuts. This is just a simple 3-packet false cut. You can incorporate to whatever Instagram sort of cut compilation you want. And at the end of the day, people are going to say, hey, that's a fun false cut. Where'd you learn that? And you throw them over to Pigcake Rodriguez's channel, where you could learn a bunch of magic, a bunch of tricks, and a lot of philosophy on life. So that's the cut. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys haven't tuned out just because I said that's the end of the cut. You could really add your own flair to it. And if you want, you could even incorporate it into that very cringy position that you end up in all these sort of pictures. You know, you could do that and then show people, look at my card stack. You could do the face thing. People like the face thing. I mean, oh boy. I'm going to go figure out different ways to marginalize a group of people.
Again, when I see you 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 again.